Yo, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a quick and easy Brussels sprouts recipe that even the kids will eat. This one is delicious, and I didn't used to be a fan of Brussels sprouts, but with this recipe I did become a fan. Let's get started. Alright, so first things first, you want to make sure you go ahead and wash off your Brussels sprouts really nice and good. Make sure there's no extra dirt or anything on there, and make sure they're nice and clean. Next, I like to kind of pick off some of those outer leaves that are already fallen off just to give us a good Brussels sprout to work with. And then what I'm going to do is cut off the ends of them. We don't want to eat that part. That part's kind of tough anyway, so it's just easier if you cut that part off. And then after all of those are cut off and ready, I like to cut them in half just because it makes for a better eating experience. So I just give them one slice. If they're large, I may cut them into two, but overall I mostly cut them into halves. Now after they're all cut up, I like to add them to a bowl, and then I add a drizzle of olive oil, some salt, pepper, and of course some Tony's. Now you don't need too much seasoning here because we're gonna of course make a sauce here at the end, and that's going to be the star of the show, but you do want to season these just to get flavor all throughout. Now the key to making good Brussels sprouts is to roast them, and that means we need to add the sauce at the end. So we're not actually going to add our sauce yet. We're going to add it at the very end. So we're just going to continue with our seasonings, give that a toss, and then what I'm going to do next is go ahead and add them to a 4-line pan, and then I like to pop them in the oven at 425 for about 20 minutes. Now I usually give them a shake about halfway through just to make sure they're not sticking, and then they should be good to go after about 20. Alright, now let's get to the star of the show, our honey balsamic sauce. Now this balsamic vinegar is some fancy vinegar I got from Trader Joe's, but you can use whatever balsamic vinegar you have. I just like the way this one looks, to be honest with you. And then it's pretty simple. All you do is add 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar and then 2 tablespoons of honey. Then I'm going to add a few dashes of red pepper flakes here. But that's it. Just go ahead and add those 3 things, give it a good mix, and then you are done with the sauce. Now definitely taste your sauce as you go. If you're one of the people that doesn't really care for the bite of the vinegar, I suggest that you add an additional tablespoon of the honey, and that will kind of sweeten it up for you. And you can also use this sauce on chicken or pork chops or whatever, really. It's just a good sauce in general, but I love using it on these Brussels sprouts. Alright, so now that the Brussels sprouts are done, go ahead and take them out of the oven and add them into a bowl, and then we're just going to toss them in that sauce. Now my favorite part of the Brussels sprouts are those little charred pieces, not burnt, they're charred. I don't know why, I just love those pieces, so I like to snack on those and pull those out before I add the sauce. But it's up to you. Go ahead and add your sauce in and then just give it a shake or a toss, and then they're ready to serve. And that's it, y'all. You now know how to make Brussels sprouts. So if you did make this, make sure you tag me on social media. I love seeing you guys make these dishes. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, as I do drop weekly recipe videos just like this. Thank you all for the support.